No. We are live.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Sleepy.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's took been a lot to make this happen. Try not to look at the camera.
Look like
because this has
been a lot.
Yeah, it's been a lot. Anyway, I am Coach Hughes, and this is
April Autumn. Hey guys.
So we're live. This is our podcast. This is the pilot for our podcast, Conversating, which is not a word, but we're going to make it a word. And conversating, conversing, and relating. I want to know if people understand that conversating is not a word.
I don't know. Like, we talked about this on judge shows, especially like divorce court. Judge Lynn Toller, I love her. Anyway, she would call people out all the time on conversating.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a word.
It's not a word.
But we're making it a word.
We're going to make it a word.
It is.
And we're going to make it a word, and we're going to make it work as a word. And because conversing and relating is what we're actually trying to do.
Right.
So when conversing and relating came about, how did that come about for you?
Well, conversating, are we talking about the group that existed a couple of years ago?
All of it.
So conversating, shout out to the people who were there from the very beginning. Started from the bottom, now we're here. No, that doesn't apply yet.
It does apply. It does apply.
Well, it started on my birthday. We were in COVID, and I wanted a way to talk to people. As you know, I love conversation. I love to talk. And my best friend, Stephanie, shout out to Stephanie, and I got on Zoom to talk to each other for my birthday. And then we just started adding people, and we just started talking about different things. And one of the main conversations that just kept coming up over and over again was relationships.
Relationships.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how we as Black folks relate to each other or have issues relating to each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And so after being on Zoom for what seemed like hours, just talking and talking and talking, we came up with that we wanted this to be a platform to talk about how we as Black folks can relate to each other and come together with mutual understanding to unify, to find a blueprint to exist with each other.
So basically how to get back in tune and bring the love back to Black relationships and lack thereof and stuff like that. Oh, we got somebody, a Facebook user. Somebody say, hey, y'all.
Hey.
What's up? You got to let us know who you are so we can shout you out. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
I know it's just one of you, but we like one person and we'll treat it as if it's a billion people.
Yep. We appreciate you.
This is the pilot. So, let us know how we're doing, how we sound, all that stuff. If you want to come in and technically call in, we can also bring you in the show and you'll be on video and you'll be able to say your piece and talk to us live and things like that, which is also a good part of this show. I think that allows people to call in or video in, conference in, and be able to talk and say what they want to say, unless it's in the chat.
Hey, Tamika.
Oh, Tamika. Where you at in the world?
I know. Where in the world is Tamika?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Forget Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah,
it's where in the world is Tamika. Yes, girl.
Okay. All right.
Okay, dingo.
All right. You might not have reception where you at right now, so that's all good. Thank you for watching.
In the Serengeti or something.
Yeah, probably on a camel doing like this,
You're right.
in Egypt or something.
You're right.
On a boat. She's usually on a boat.
You're right.
You didn't learn from slavery, Tamika?
You know what? Cut it out. Anyway, thank you for shouting out.
Yeah, she said she's at dinner.
Okay.
Listening
at
in.
Culture. Okay.
All right. Well, listen, definitely share, like, subscribe, all that stuff. We have our Facebook profiles or communities. I don't know.
I don't think we do. Not for the Obsidian Lux group, which is the parent group for this. Oh, and we have our shirts on.
Yeah, we do have our shirts on.
The Obsidian Lux group, even though I'm kind of stuck.
Yeah. I just see
Good
like a
city,
crown.
yes.
I don't know. Not gonna look there. Anyway, so this started on your birthday, and
Yes.
you had some friends help out.
Right.
This was the start of COVID, right? And everybody seemed to be saying, "I'm going to do a podcast." You remember that around that
I
time?
do.
I should have
do.
got on that. I
You
work in
didn't?
tech, and no, I was too busy selling the computers to do the podcast.
Well,
So I built the computers, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll just keep building the computers. $1,500 a pop." Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but I should did a podcast. But I did something different. I did an online radio station, which was equally as nice, playing independent music from independent artists, especially from Mississippi, one of my hometowns. So I did that. It wasn't a podcast. It was an online radio station. Did pretty good. I had listeners all the way in Russia. Couldn't believe that.
Nice.
Yeah, I had listeners all the way in Russia.
Nice.
But it's different because I thought about bringing music together or bringing music in from independent artists who don't get a chance to shine, developed the whole website, all that stuff, and went in and just was charging people like $5 just to play their music, and got some really good music, especially from Mississippi artists. I think Mississippi really got a chance to shine. I was trying to give them a platform because we didn't have a platform where independent artists was getting that shine, especially in Jackson. But shout out to the Mississippi artists who get a chance to watch this, and definitely understand that we're leveling up because I'm bringing that show back. Actually, it's going to be a little bit different, a little bit the same, a little bit different. But this podcast is definitely something that is kind of like the brainchild of both of us, right?
Right.
You're pulling us out of the concrete with this one, right?
Okay.
Per se. Or you're resurrecting it.
There we go. I like that.
Resurrecting it.
Resurrection.
Yeah.
We just had Resurrection Sunday.
We did have. We ain't gonna talk about.
Stop it. Anyway, so moving on. Moving on. Moving on.
Esoteric knowledge. We don't want to talk about.
We can.
We can.
But
we're not gonna do it today. We're not
Okay.
gonna do it today
I'm glad we agree on
because
that.
this is just the pilot show.
This is just the pilot. We're gonna keep
We're
it
not gonna do it.
light.
We're gonna keep it light.
We're gonna
Hopefully,
keep it airy.
Tamika's dinner is heavy, like the knowledge I was just about to spit about this
Yes.
Easter. Anyway,
Yes.
so you pulled it from the concrete, and you got it going. You got it back going,
Right.
and now you're here doing a podcast.
Right.
What are the things you're trying to conquer with this podcast? What are
Well,
we trying to do?
There are a couple of things. One, again, we're still working on relationships with men and women, and women with women, men with men. And I'm not only talking about intimate partner relationships, I'm talking about familial relationships, family relationships,
Yeah,
your relationships at work, all the ships.
all the ships.
All the ships that Tamika are on. Yeah. So we want to really have a clear understanding of how and this is the therapist in me, I'm sorry, how our trauma comes into every relationship that we have. And most importantly, the relationship that you have with yourself. Right. I don't think we talk enough about the relationship that you should have with yourself before you interact with other people.
Yeah. I think I was saying that on my TikTok profile, and telling people, you want somebody to love you at the same time you don't even like yourself.
Well,
so how are you expecting somebody else to like you and you don't even like you?
yeah.
And then on top of that, in order for somebody to like you the right way, or how you need to be liked and loved, right? It's not liked, it's really loved. Because a lot of people got in some situations off of just liking somebody.
I like you.
Yeah.
You're cute.
And now it's a whole lifetime worth of baby daddies and baby mamas.
And then I can't stand you.
Right. Right. Now it should have been I love you, or, discovering love, which I'm definitely sure that you're trying to do. But a lot of people don't even know how to love themselves so they can't give the blueprint on how to love themselves to somebody else so they can be properly loved by that person.
Do you think they've been given the opportunity to actually understand what that means? Like to love yourself?
No.
Like in therapeutic process, I ask people like, do you love yourself? And they're like, I don't even know what that means. Like I get my nails done. Like, and those are all like self-care kind of things, but I'm not really talking about that. I'm talking about the good, the bad, the ugly, all parts of you. Do you love you and who you are in life right now? Not the constructed thing that you see on social media, but the real authentic you. Do you love that person?
I think a lot of people don't know, or they are afraid to love themselves because one, they don't know what it looks like, or two, they can't see the finish line.
Right.
You know, a lot of people, because of they want that instantaneous gratification, right? They want to know before they start whatever journey that they're going to go on,
Right.
what the finish line looks like.
Right.
Kind of as a motivational thing, I would think.
Right.
You know, if I can see the finish line, I can be motivated about what I'm going to do, what it looks like when I get there. But if you don't have the finish line and you don't see the finish line, a lot of people don't want to start that journey because they don't see the finish line. So they don't know what it looks like on the other side.
What I hear you saying is people are afraid.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Like it is generated by fear. And there's so many control, fear and control, those two things.
Yeah.
And there are so many things that are outside of our control, right? We
Right.
want to control how people think about us, what they like, what they don't like, their emotions when we tell them things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Don't feel like that. I don't want you to feel no kind of way.
Yeah.
But you do. But you can't control that. The only thing that you can control is yourself. And that's sometimes.
Yeah.
Really, if we really get down to it, you can only control yourself sometimes. So, yeah, starting on a journey of self-actualization, because that's what it is, it can be very daunting, but it's worth it. And I hope people understand that they are worth knowing themselves and then truly figuring out the blueprint, as you said, to partnering with someone else.
Yeah.
And to partner with friends, family, all of that, and how to heal what's behind you to have something different in front of you.
Yeah, I think a lot of people that don't like themselves, secretly or openly, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of them have been told certain things about themselves that would lead them to believe that they should not like themselves, right?
Right.
Like as kids, everything was rainbows, horseshoes, G.I. Joes, whatever you're playing with, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever. And you liked yourself pretty much. You liked yourself. You were kind of self-aware, but not really. And then all of a sudden, in somewhere down the line, somebody just kept beating on your parade, and now you don't like yourself. Like they were telling you about you, and now you don't like yourself, right? And you haven't liked yourself for a while, I guess. I guess that's what I'm thinking, because I'm thinking you not liking yourself, what I'm getting at is kind of a learned behavior.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's directly someone saying you suck. It can be.
I think it is.
Well,
Not
it
all
can
the time.
be
Yeah.
like with trauma,
Yeah.
abuse, neglect, all of those big things.
Right.
But
right.
it can also just be, not being aware. And you mentioned that, like you being aware. I don't know that people are aware really until they are intentionally aware of things.
Yeah.
So,
There's 2-3 people in the room. Thank y'all for tuning in.
hey.
Conversating. I got to get that.
Yes.
Yeah, I got to get
sir.
that. Conversating, which is not a word, conversing and relating. That's the name of the show. Let us know you're in the chat. I know it's 3 of y'all in here. We'd like some likes from Facebook, some hearts. So definitely hit the likes, like and subscribe, follow. all that stuff. Catch us on YouTube as well. The Obsidian Lux Group. You can catch this show on YouTube, play it back, do clips, snippets, stuff like that, and watch live. So, so back to the purpose of this kind of show. We're trying to bring conversation about self-love so you can love somebody else, which will lead to a relationship. What if people don't know, male or female, what their goal is? Say they love themselves and then they're like, okay, that's it. That's all I needed. I'm good. I can do whatever I want now.
I mean, if that's what they truly desire, okay.
Yeah.
I think in society, again, my thought, my opinion, I don't think that people actually know what they want. I think we've been socialized to believe this is what we want.
Right.
This is how we should behave. This is what we should do. This is where I should be. I'll take it this way. So, I have another group called Finding Queendom. Ladies, it is on Tuesday nights, 8:00 Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And it is a group where we as Black women in the African diaspora, support each other, talk about different issues, things of that nature. Well, one of the things that we talk a lot about in this group is that biological clock. You gotta do it. So we are taught things that are really important that we get instilled in us as Black women growing up is you make your money, you do what you need to do for you, you go to school, you get a job, you work that job, you do everything that you need to do for you. And then when you get to a certain age, between maybe 25 and 28, people are like, well, where's your man? Aren't you getting married? And I'm like,
what is
who
it?
taught you how to do that?
What is it like? Oh, so if it's a girl, or if it's a woman, they'll say, where's your man?
No.
But if it's a dude, it's like, why are you not married yet? Probably. Is it the same?
I don't know if that's the case with men.
Oh.
I don't think you would have to tell me that. I don't think that's the case. With female identified folks, it's the question, which is totally fine. Are you gay? Do you like women? What's the thing? And I'm like, wait, if we do, okay, that's a conversation. But also that has not been the priority. Like when we talk about white folks, most white women, they expect a ring by the time they're with their cap and gown when they're graduating from college.
There was something on Facebook about that and Instagram. So,
White women are expecting a ring. They are going for their bachelor's, but they are also going for their MRS. Yes, that is definitely
MRS.
that is definitely a conversation. That is definitely right.
Yeah. I don't know if men, and somebody else just said hello. What's up? Whoever that is said hello on Facebook group chat. Let us know your name and who you are so we can shout you out. For men, I don't know what it is. I think I would have to guess that it's not even expected. I think if their mom's still alive, their mom is like, when am I have some grandbabies? That's the soft
That's
way.
what it is.
Yeah.
But I don't even think it's the soft way because I think it is completely okay in the Black community for women to be baby mamas, dudes to be baby daddies, and there not be the commitment in the relationship. It's okay to have this babies. Okay, then we'll eventually get married, maybe.
I don't know. I think that's what's painted of us. The statistics say different. I know you and I looked at the statistics a couple nights ago. Oh, it's Angel. Hey, Angel.
Hey, girl.
Shout out to Angel.
Fam.
Doing big things. She travels too. She definitely travels.
That's that supermodel in her.
Yeah,
remember?
That's a supermodel. Yeah, real life supermodel. Not a game. Real runway stuff.
Yeah.
What is it? Paris, the last one she did?
New York, Rome.
New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real stuff. Anyway, so I think that what it is on the we get two different versions of Black folk.
Okay.
we get the what's painted in society and then the actual statistics.
Mm-hmm.
And people until recently just started looking at the actual statistics.
Yeah.
But because we've been painted in such a light for so long, you have people that don't want to believe the statistics.
True.
Right?
True.
So
what's the painted picture?
oh, the
You
painted
believe.
picture, what you just said, it's like, they're baby daddies, black men don't take care of their kids.
Well, no. I didn't. Time out. I did not say black men didn't take care of their kids.
No, I said that's the picture that I was seeing. I
All
didn't
right.
say you said that.
Okay, good. I did not say that.
Yeah. So you trying
We were about to
me.
go.
You trying to give
We was
me.
about to go.
You trying to give me.
Oh no, we're
So
no fighting. We're conversing
we're conversing.
and relating.
You need a hug anyway. But that's the story. Black men don't take care of the kids. We're just savages, and we're, you see a black man, clutch your purse, and then the narrative is, black women are loud, angry, and aggressive all the time, and they're only good for being baby mamas and this and that. So that's the narrative, right? But the actual data and statistics say something different, right?
Do you remember that data?
I do not.
So we were comparing white folks and black folks in the marriage rates.
We were
That's what
comparing
we were
a
doing.
lot of ethnic groups.
Right. But
Yeah.
it really narrowed down to black and white.
Yeah, it
and
did.
basically
It did.
one of the major things was that 39% of black men get married and only about 27 of black women.
Get married. 50% of black.
I need to look that.
The part that got me
that.
was 50% of black people in general have never been married.
Yeah, never,
Never.
ever.
Never, ever, ever been married. Hey, y'all, who's that just came in that said, hey, in our group chat, y'all got to introduce yourselves. We don't get to
just
see
say-
the name. It just says Facebook user because
Yeah.
we're streaming on all platforms at the same time. So you got to introduce yourself in the chat so we know who to shout you out. So yeah, that 50% is something that was like, wow. Then out of that other 50%, the 27, 28% of women get married versus the other half of men getting married.
Right. Well, it was only 25% of white folks never get married.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Wow. So, hey, Lulu. Hey, girl.
Lulu.
Good to see you.
Thank you for showing
Good to
up,
see
showing
you.
support. Anyway,
Yay.
like, subscribe. You know what to do. Share.
Please.
Because this is only going to get better for you. This is the test pilot of the show.
This is
but thank
raw.
you for showing up. It
And
is raw.
late.
It's raw and late. Y'all need to go to bed.
So do we. But
Y'all need to
anyway.
go to bed. So before we get out of here, though, I wanted to say that those numbers are astounding, and they tell a story that probably prompted you to resurrect this thing and try to change all the divisiveness that's going on right now.
Ooh.
Yeah. She had to
There's
take a breath.
so much
She
divisiveness
had to take a breath.
between women, between men, and between men and women in the
Yeah.
Black community, right? And so it's having these really pertinent conversations about issues that are happening in our community. Again, our legacy, what we have in our legacy, I don't think we think about it that way, that there are consequences. So we have a legacy of single parenthood in the Black community, high levels of single parenthood that is supported by statistics. There are consequences to that, right?
Yeah.
How are youth and young adults learning to have relationships? Are they learning how to have relationships?
No.
Even a better question, how do we learn how to have relationships?
Trial and error.
Oh my gosh, and that's horrible.
Trial and error.
Nobody sat down and had conversations with us about
Oh,
so
oh, they did. It was just the wrong. It was like the uncle who still watches porn on VHS. Yeah, what you do, nephew? Okay, let me tell you. What you do is you got to make sure the grass matches the drapes. You know what I'm talking about? And you're sitting there and you're like, "I'm 7, sir. I don't know.
That's
I'm
nothing.
7. Because uncles, they not waiting to. You got to make sure she know how to do this thing that I saw on VHS. You got to make sure she know how to do that.
And you're like, what is that?
Yeah, sir. I am 7. I just really came to you for some candy. That's all I really did. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, the other message that women or girls get is, nothing's open past midnight except for convenience stores and legs.
And legs.
Right.
You out there with the devil. Doing what you do.
So it was not a healthy conversation around relationship, sex, and things of that nature. Even your uncle, he wasn't really talking about a relationship.
No.
He was talking about sex.
No, he was talking about something else.
And it wasn't even like a healthy conversation.
I think we've been winging it this whole time.
Oh, most definitely.
I think we've been winging it this whole time. Many of y'all, it's only 2 of y'all left in the chat. Thank you for still watching. But I think that you got to think about back to when you were told about sex and relationships and how that was portrayed to you. And then they were like, get out there in the world and good luck. And you're just like, okay, I'm going to wing it.
It was mostly just what we saw. You remember your parents telling you, do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
And you do what they do.
Right.
Because that's what you see. That's what's been modeled to you.
Right.
That's what you know.
Right.
So not always the best model, but it's a model indeed.
Even though that may have been the case, there's still trial and error to a certain level of degree and extent. And I think that the trial and error would be a lot better if we started off, like you said, loving ourselves first.
I would agree.
Instead of putting the relationship and getting to the relationship first, loving yourself first would probably be a better bet before you get to the relationship. Discovering who you are. I think that's in your 20s. You should.
But
definitely.
Who actually tells you that?
Nobody.
Yeah, even if, and I don't want to go too deep into this because that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
Even if you're like, okay, I want to sexually find out who I am as a woman in college, there are some choice words that you are called.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we have people talking about, I don't want somebody with a body count of 2.
But that same person, right? Sometimes on the flip side, as a man, if you don't have sex in college, you're still called some words.
Right.
Right. So on one side, if you do it too much, yeah. The other side, you don't do it at all. Yeah.
So it's a lot of miscommunication, misinformation, just craziness that we need to demystify, we need to clarify, we need to have a clear understanding.
A clear understanding. Is that part of the logo thing?
It's not, but we can make it there.
We'll make it there. Conversing, it's part of the relating, I guess.
I think so.
I would say it's part of the relating. All right. So we're not going to stay too long on this show. We just want to do a good test pilot, get some good feedback, broadcast live. But stay tuned, even more so, because we will have show times, we will have events, we'll take pictures, videos of different events we're going to go do. Like, I think we got an event this Saturday.
Yes.
Pop-up shop we're doing this Saturday. Definitely subscribe, definitely hit our website, and definitely join our Facebook groups. Okay?
Yes.
What do you have any final words?
No, I think you said them all. We appreciate all of you coming out. This has been amazing. I'm so excited about what's on the horizon for conversing, and relating, as well as Obsidian Lux Group as a whole. If you have not checked out the website, please do. We're giving away a free space at the retreat.
Oh, yeah.
We are having the Black Love Algorithm retreat. And so go to the website, check it out, sign up to win a free seat at the retreat.
Black Love Algorithm.
All right.
Definitely something you should check out. Also, our individual podcasts that are coming out. Then you'll see that on our websites, our social media platforms, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely stay tuned. And always you can catch this podcast along with other podcasts or any other individual podcasts that we do on the Obsidian Lux Group at YouTube. All right. All right. That's pretty good.
Yep.
She said, whoever said this was a great episode. Can't wait to see
Aw.
more. Listen,
Yay.
it's gonna be
Thank
more.
you.
it's going to be more.
Oh, yeah. So much more. So much
We're
more.
even mild at this point, considering what time it is. Okay. Considering what time it is, we're actually a little bit mild.
Right.
Okay. We kind of put the shirts on and we ain't got no watches or no nothing. Decorations on the table. We
sleepy.
Yeah, we sleepy.
This was a long day, but we had to make an appearance today. We
Yeah.
told ourselves that we would, and we met that objective.
Yeah, we met it. We met that objective. And when we cut this camera off, we're literally gonna sleep in the chair like this.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
No.
That's how we're doing.
No.
I'm glad you enjoyed the episode. Definitely tune in again. Check us out on all our social media websites and things like that. And don't be afraid, because you will be able to call in and
Yes.
voice your opinion,
Yes.
right? Not a video call. It will be a video call, but not a phone call. You'll be able to video call in and
Mhm.
voice your opinion, because we want to add you to the show. Like if I want to add you to the show, I can say Facebook user, hey y'all, that's what you said. Or I can do another one and say, hey y'all, from another person. Or when Lulu said, it's Lulu, your favorite cousin. I can preview you guys on this show. So there's a lot of stuff that we can do on this show, and we're going to do it all, right? We're going to do it all. We want this interactive. We want this, to be a real conversation, not just between us two, but between us two and you guys.
Yeah.
All right. So definitely tell your friends, tell everybody. And some people who are on this chat will actually be on the show,
Yes.
right in this chair.
Yes.
Yeah. You will be interviewed. That's right. We're going to do interviews. And we're going to interview real people and have them in this chair and, create this environment of a real conversation where you're not just seeing us two or our individual podcasts. We're going to do some interviews. So don't be surprised if you was like, oh, I was on the chat. Now I'm in the chair. Oh, okay.
Hey.
Yeah, it happens. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. All right.
Okay.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We are
Thank you.
out of here.